Alright. So, do forgive me if the audio is like a little bit off, because I changed it to watch the Persona 4 Revival broadcast, which this is the first episode I've recorded since that aired. So, if you're confused why I didn't talk about it in episode 2 or 3, well, I'm talking about it now. Only briefly though, because I don't know, there's not a lot for me to talk about it, other than like the music. Let's do this little Yukari bit though. Yo, just who I was looking for. You guys want to check out this foreign drama DVD with me? Are you serious? We have more important things to do, you know. This is like the two characters that I'm the worst at doing an impression of, so give me a minute to like properly. Wait, hear me out. We found this in the abyss of time, so it could have been made by our minds or something, right? That's a good point. Right? And I've actually wanted to watch this series for a while anyways. Look how productive I'm being. Wow. Come on, just one episode. Then I'll shut up about it, I swear. I'm gonna break my monitor, I swear. Am I on auto? No. Only one episode, remember? No trying to get us to watch more. Yeah, I know. Man, she's hitting the fan now, huh? Talk about the fate of the entire world. No kidding, and the production is insane. Sounded a bit like Lois there. Phew, that was a close one. Wait, that's where it ends? They didn't resolve anything. What ended up happening to the daughter? Yeah, these foreign shows do that a lot. They've always got so much going on. But damn, you get down for someone who was so against watching it. You sure got into it, huh? Well, you were so loud I had to pay extra attention to tune you out. Anyway, what are we even doing? This is a waste of time. It was fun though. I mean, I'll admit it was fun, but well, it was kind of relaxing, so it'll probably be fine once in a while. It's not like we've been able to give it everything. We'd be able to give it everything we got when we really need to if we were all stressed out all the time. Okay, so I guess they still feel like they're not really doing much compared to the ones that were in the main game. Well, you know, you'd like make tea and you'd watch a drama and then you sit through the whole thing, and then it's like, you know, you have this whole path that you've gone down, and it feels like you actually like, it feels a lot more like something's learned by the end of them. But in these, because it's only doing one at a time, and then it's just complete after that one, it's like, yeah, okay. I have done a little bit of grinding off camera this time, not as much, but because the last door was not so difficult, but it was getting more difficult. I took the liberty of grinding a little bit. While I was grinding, I did change the outfits again, so I don't need to do that. The music that is going to be playing this time is Persona 5 music, so there's that. But yeah. I just realized something. Hang on. I'm very quickly try and, because I have just remembered that I'm okay, give me a second. I turned down the volume on my whole PC, so I'm realizing that's probably affecting the thing. Okay, that should be better. Okay. So let's talk briefly about Persona 4 Revival. There's not a lot, as I said, there's not a lot that I can talk about Persona 4 Revival, because I didn't play the original games. There's like multiple reasons for it. Like, I think when I first got into Persona, and I heard about the perception people had about Persona 4 Golden, I think I was inclined to believe it. very quickly that like people had like plenty of problems with it, and now that I've like I think I was waiting for if I was gonna play Persona 4, I think I was waiting for a remake to come out, because I think if people have all of these narrative issues with it and people have these problems with like, I've always known people had like a problem with the dungeon crawling in Persona 4. Even though I've also heard a lot more people saying that Persona 4 is actually completely perfectly fine and it doesn't need a remake. I think just hearing all of that kind of, you know, when the things that the people are complaining about are the two things that matter the most to me in a Persona game, I'm like, okay, I will take a remake, you know. So that's where that is. That's why I didn't play Golden. I also knew that like I didn't, you know, I'm a bit, you know, responsible with my money, and I didn't want to, you know, spend money on it. I think I'll take the Unda attacks more than I'll take these Kaha attacks, actually. I didn't want to get into it if it was like, you know, oh, they're just going to release another game in like a year or so, you know, I didn't. So, you know, I didn't want to spend my money on it because I don't get a lot of money. So, it's just responsible for me to like wait it out when they inevitably, because it was inevitable, release a remake. So, you know, given the issues that people were talking about, I'm like, okay, I don't need to play Golden, I can just wait, you know. And I did wait, and now it's coming out, and, you know, now I can actually think about it. So I've said previously what I already know about. What does he have? Okay, that's a bit weak. I've said previously what I already know about Persona 4, and I will reiterate that here. So, what I know about Firebreak, no. What I know about Persona 4 is, first of all, there is some controversy regarding the way that two characters' arcs, two of the like main members' arcs, were handled. Those being in relation to like potential LGBT, well, not potential, just like pretty clear LGBT meanings, and you know, so what I have heard about those is that so there's the guy character. He apparently is possibly, well, not possibly, he is apparently not straight. So he has this like, and don't correct me on this, I will find out when I get there, you know. But or I'll find out when I eventually watch somebody play Golden after I play Revival. But apparently he is implied, not, well, he's stated not directly, we'll say that. It's stated non-directly that he may be attracted to men. Doesn't say exactly how, but that he probably is, right? And there's something about the way that they handle that that people don't like, or that people think could have been done better. It's not that they necessarily think it was bad, more so they think they could have said more, or they could have done more to like make it clear what they mean, I guess. I think the overall message is that like it doesn't, I think the overall message of his arc is supposed to be that it doesn't matter what he is, just that it doesn't change his preferences in like hobbies and stuff. And I think that's a good angle, but I think people are still like caught up about the sexuality itself, and that I think, I don't know how I feel. Okay, here we go. Let's just do this. I have enough SP. I should be able to do this. But yeah, people are just like, I guess they just don't know how to feel about it. And then with the other character, there's like implications that they are trans, and I think that the conclusion that the game's come to, so what I have heard described, is that the conclusion that the game's come to on this matter is that this character was just making themselves more masculine and disguising themselves as male for the purposes of not having to deal with the negativity that women deal with, or something along those lines. And again, I could be wrong about that. Don't correct me. I will find out when I get there. But I think that's what I've heard described. Shall we try? We haven't made Patra? Yes, good. But yeah, I think a lot of people see that the character likes having that masculine expression or something. And apparently, to what I have heard, again, I don't know, but to what I have heard, the game kind of, once that arc is over, they kind of start pushing an aspect of femininity onto this character in a way that feels like it is ignoring the whole setup in a way, which is interesting. And I think, what if, I guess it's brushing aside these implications of the character for one reason or another that people suspect is like some outdated mindset about gender. So, it would be interesting to see the game from like fucking... Alright, it is actually the next day. I rounded out the fight, and then I literally just, like the break was taking so long that I rounded out the fight and I finished it, and then I turned off the game, and then by the time that I was able to record again, people wanted to hang out with me, and I wasn't going to turn them down on that. So sorry about that. But I did rewatch the last bit I played for the purposes of finishing whatever point I was making. And the point that I was on was I was talking about the Persona 4 characters like storyline where they kind of... Okay, I did literally just wake up, by the way, so my PC is also still waking up, so it's going to be lagging a little bit. So don't mind that. But I was making a point about the Persona 4 characters' storyline that ends in them like being in a place where I think the whole point of it was that like she was, I guess, acting as male for the purposes of... I'm sure I would have gotten that chest, by the way. Oh no, this is a new floor. She was pretending to be male for the purposes of not having to deal with feminine, with misogyny, basically. And I think the end of it was like she still liked performing that way, but I think the complaint a lot of people had for her social link was that, not her social link, for her storyline was that even after that fact, people were still trying to shoehorn it into masculinity. And that's what people don't like about the way that her character is handled. It feels like very insensitive to people who do want to be more masculine, even though that's not what is expected of them. So that is something that I think it would be interesting to see them maybe tackle that kind of issue from a more modern perspective rather than the old perspective. You know, see how things have changed. Not even just because of how things are in the West, but also just because, you know, to see how the attitudes have changed in Japan as well. Even though it might not necessarily make sense, given that Persona 4 is based in the years that it released, but, you know, what difference does that make? I guess just do that. That's all I really wanted to get to with that. So yeah. The other thing that I was going to talk about with regards to Persona 4 Revival, though, is fucking the music, because that's the only thing where I actually have like information about what changed. That is that all of it was changed, I guess. Something that people don't, something I think people don't realize about Persona 3 Reload is that there is one piece of the soundtrack that is the same as it was in Persona 3. And that is the Port Island outskirts music that plays on the radio, that trap, would you call it? The beat that is on the radio station in Port Island outskirts, like back alley place, basically where Shinjiro hangs out every day. So that music is exactly the same in the original, apparently. I haven't played the original, I wouldn't know, but that's what I have heard about it. And okay, I'm not going to be able to do anything here, so just... And I wonder if something like that will happen again in Persona 3. Where, like, if there's, like, radio music that plays in Persona 4... If there's, like, a radio music, maybe they'll keep that for Persona... Maybe they'll keep that for Revival. No, I want my Patra. Like, maybe that's something that they will continue with going into Revival. But outside of that, to talk about the changes, the biggest change is obviously the singer and the composer of the music, but the singer is like the most noticeable difference, I think. They always change compositions of games, so, you know, it's not necessarily something that a person is going to notice, but in Persona 3 Reload, the composer was changed from Meguro, because Meguro retired, I think. The singer was changed from Meguro to Atsushi. The composer was changed from Meguro to Atsushi Hitajo. And the composer for Revival is, I'm going to look it up, is Ryota Kozuka. I believe he works for another Atlas game. I've heard really good things about him, but I don't know. I have mixed thoughts. We'll get to that though. He rearranged some of the things on Persona 4. he did some rearrangements in Persona games, but it was just rearrangements as far as I can tell. He fully composed music for Revival, but he is also the composer for Shin Megami Tensei, it looks like. Devil Summoner Soul Hackers, Devil Survivor as well, in 2011. So he is now fully in charge of the music of Persona 4, whereas before it was Shoji Meguro on all of them, and he was at all the live performances and everything. I think Kozuka's main changes are making the sound, making some of the instruments more clearer, is his like biggest change. But he has also made, and I think it's a music direction choice, he's made the decision to make for fuck's sake, they've made the choices to make some of the English sounds clearer. Like the English is more like, it's more clear, if that makes sense. I don't know how to say it properly. It's more well pronounced, and that is okay on most of the tracks to what we have heard for me. Like, I think it's good on Your Affection, because Your Affection, the original Your Affection, really, you really cannot tell what they're saying. Like, Shihoko Hirata was the original singer. You really can't tell what she's saying on that song. And I don't think that matters as much, since the music is supposed to blend into the background anyway. But it makes for harder casual listening when you can't really, like, you only know what the lyrics are after you've read them before, you know? And that makes for a very strange sound, you know? It's really interesting. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it changing to, like, being more pronounced on a lot of these songs. And sorry, I completely lost what I was trying to say. So I don't know if what I just said makes sense. But I think it makes for strange listening when you're not listening to it on the soundtrack. And I think the goal with making the music sound more English, I think the whole goal is it's kind of pandering to Western audiences, and it's making the soundtrack more listenable for when you're not playing the game, and for when the soundtrack goes up on Spotify. I think that's the main goal of it, because that has been working. It's Going Down Now is one of the most streamed songs from a video game soundtrack on Spotify. That's from the Reload soundtrack. And I think they want to continue with that trend going into Revival and also Persona 6, probably. So it's interesting to see that happen. And I would like more of that going forward, I guess. I'm going to save that theurgy for the boss floor. Parts of the soundtrack that I am not as fond of, the two big ones for me are I forgot what it's called. Backside of the TV, which I'll get to, but the one that advances the point that I was just making is Reach Out to the Truth. I said in my Revival reaction that Reach Out to the Truth sounds very overpronounced, and I want to build on that point here. What I mean by overpronounced is that if I was to talk overpronounced for like the next sentence, I would be talking like this. And that's what the chorus, and well, that's just what the general sound of Reach Out to the Truth sounds like to me on Revival. It's very overpronounced, and I don't know. It sounds very distracting. Like I had to focus a lot more to listen to the voiceover in the broadcast to actually like pay attention to what they were saying, because the singing vocal was making it harder to pay attention to what they were saying. And I think the same is going to happen when we eventually get into the game. Like, it's going to take a lot of getting used to hear how well pronounced, I guess, the vocal is. And I think she was trying almost too hard to pronounce the words correctly, that it came out very distracting and like almost too much, and it sounds louder than it actually is because it is so overpronounced. Whereas the positive aspect of it being too underpronounced is that it blends perfectly into the background, you know, and that's kind of the whole appeal of that. And that's kind of also the whole point of it, I believe, from Megaro's perspective when he was originally directing the music. He wanted... The main thing he wanted was for all audiences to have the same experience with the music, where Japanese audiences, you know, it was in English, so Japanese audiences couldn't understand it, and it was being sung by somebody who didn't know English, so Western audiences could have the same experience as the Japanese audiences. And that's, I think, the whole point of... That's what I think the whole point of that was in the first place. It was to do that. It was to unify the experiences of all audiences. But now, with this new soundtrack, the Japanese audiences are going to have a different experience with the soundtrack than the Western audience is going to have. So that's the big change with no, it's not Kitajo, it's Kozuka's. With Kozuka's soundtrack, that's the biggest change that they're making. It's the most noticeable, anyway. So, it's good in some places, it's not as good in other places. Which is okay, that's to be expected. But, I don't know, it's specifically on Reach Out to the Truth where it sounds very distracting. I wasn't distracted by it on any other part of the soundtrack. It's just Reach Out to the Truth. And I don't... It's really strange. Something else that I mentioned in the broadcast itself is that I really liked the, I really liked Reach Out to the Truth and the original soundtrack, and I wasn't as big a fan of Time to Make History, but now that's completely flipped. I love the new Time to Make History because I think it has something to it that the original, like the original didn't meet the standard of the other part of the soundtrack to me, but they do on... Oh, it's got no weaknesses, or... Okay. I think the new Reach Out to the Truth has... It matches better with the rest of the game than the original did. Like, the original Reach Out to the Truth felt like it was missing something, but this game doesn't have that issue for me. And I like that, and I appreciate that a lot. The backside of the TV, however, the like opening where there's no other like instruments involved. I'm just gonna do this because I can't be asked with it running away. The opening of it, the like bum 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 bum, 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 where it's just an instrument doing that. Sounds... It doesn't sound as good for me. I don't know what it is. It's like... It's just like... It's obviously very bassy and very distorted in the original, but the distortion in the new version isn't very beefy. It sounds almost like a It sounds almost like a oh, what do they call it? It's not bass, contrabass. It sounds almost like a contrabass saxophone. And I like contrabass saxophones, but I don't think it was good on this part of the soundtrack. I don't want that. I don't think it sounds very good on the opening to the soundtrack. I think the opening to the soundtrack originally was really good because it was like... It sounded like really grungy and intense, and it like had this like very like... It had this like almost very powerful energy to it, and I think it matches better with what I assume it's going for. Like, I assume that backside of the TV is like the music that plays when you enter the TV world, right? And I liked that it was like very intense. And I like that it had like a sense of power to it. But I think this new version, the opening doesn't have that. It doesn't feel as impactful in the opening to me. That like really deep bassy sound that they're using is like... It almost sounds a little bit farty. For lack of a better word, it sounds like... You know? And I really like the original in that it sounds intimidating. Like, it sounds more intimidating, and the new version doesn't have that sound anymore. Like, it's not an intimidating song anymore. Do you know what I mean? I shouldn't have started this, by the way. The new version doesn't sound as intimidating. I might... Oh, you can't escape? Seriously? Awful. Okay, but I think I'll just use Koromaru's then. What is the weakness of this? Oh, I must have Garadine. No. I don't like that it doesn't ever show you the like attack type whenever you like actually need it. I hate that. Oh, I cry on the last and seems to resolve. You'll never see it coming. I think that's all I really have to say about Persona 4 Revival, you know, like... That's all I have to say about it. I don't really know what else to say, like, I don't... Again, I haven't played any of the original Persona 4 games. I just know about some of the, like, discourse around it, and I let a playthrough run in the background, but I truly was not paying a lot of attention, and I don't remember any of it really outside of like the whole arc, I guess. So, you know, I'm thankfully spoilerless, you know. I think it's almost like a talent that I have where I'm fully able to forget details of the game before I play, even if I've watched some of it before. Like, I don't remember really much of it. I remember some of my feelings that I had with the soundtrack. Like, I very distinctly remember something about the like social events that happen. You know how Persona games have these like social events every now and again. In this game, they had these. Oh, I have them here. It's probably ice, right? Do I have an ice market hammer? No. Damn. Yeah, you know how Persona games have like social events with your team members, where you'll like in this game you go to I forget where it was exactly, but you go to a resort that Mitsuru's father is staying at, and you also go to you go to like this resort place that Mitsuru's dad is staying at. I'll be serious, do I not have my bufu? Did I get rid of all my bufus? Fine. Knew it. You go to like this location where Mitsuru's dad is staying, and that's the beach episode of Persona 3, and you also go to this like location where there's hot springs, and you go to Agilao. You go to a place where there's the what's it called? Work experience. You go to like a work experience event in Persona 3 as well. I remember when I watched a playthrough of Persona 4 Golden, a lot of the like social moments that they had were like very hard to watch. I don't remember why, but I remember some of them having like really uncomfortable. I remember one of the teachers specifically were like really weird, like uncomfortable. Don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember that teacher being the only weirdo adult that I can remember, right? Like, it's one of the only things that I remember anything about. Like, it sticks out in my mind that that teacher was like weird, you know? Again, don't remember exactly why, but that's the experience that I remember having, and it's just the experience that sticks out in my mind, you know? Okay, that works. So it'll be interesting to see if and how I feel they have changed that in Revival, you know? Because I'm sure they will. Like, that's the sort of changes that they made in Reload, and the media was very proud of them for making. Like, I remember before Reload was released, there was all sorts of talks about how they changed a scene on the beach which the original was just very, like, it was just very impolite with regards to a trans character that was on the beach with them. And that's the sort of thing that they changed. So I'm assuming that they will change, or they will at least approach matters a bit more sensitively. You know, I don't know if they'll, you know, it seems that from all the discussion that I hear around, and a lot of the headcanons that I hear around Persona 4, I feel like a lot of it is entirely to do with like, oh, this game's so queer, it's so gay. And I think they'll approach the topic a lot more sensitively in the next version, which will be interesting. Okay, I actually need that. It will be interesting to see that in the new game, you know? And I think those are the types of changes that I'm most excited for. And that I anticipate the most. I don't need this. I did have another topic planned for this video. So, an episode or two ago, I mentioned that I should really look into tarot so that I can get a better understanding of some of the social links. Well, I made some notes. So I don't believe in tarot at all. I don't like Madoon. I don't believe in tarot at all. So I've never looked into it. I don't understand it. I don't see the appeal of it, anything like that. Tarot is completely outside of my... it's completely outside of really anything that I get. My headset is running out. But Persona has this entire thing around tarot, right? Like, the social links are based on tarot. The, yeah, we'll give him that. The social links are around tarot. The personas are around tarot. The entirety of Persona 3 is based on tarot, you know? The battles are based on tarot, and the entire final boss is based on tarot. And I'm assuming if you're watching this, you've at least seen a full playthrough of Persona 3, or you've played it yourself. I think I'm ready to just move on with this floor. So, I always like to, like, predict what each character's gonna be in tarot, and I've never been good at it. You've covered a lot of ground. But are you sure none of this type? I've decided to research it better ahead of Persona 4 Revival so that I can have a better chance of guessing who is what arcana in the upcoming game. So I've been making notes, and I still don't understand some of them. But reading the notes that I have, mostly from the Persona Wiki, because whenever I would look at other sources of tarot, they didn't describe what I was looking for, and they were describing things from, like, I don't know, they were describing things from such a, like, perspective of, like, ooh, here's what it looks like if this scenario happens, here's what it looks like if this scenario happens, you know? There's, like, all this information about, oh, if it's reversed, if it's placed forward and all this stuff, and it's like, okay, I don't need that. I need the general information about what each card means, you know? So, I mostly looked up the Persona wikis for this, and I largely avoided looking at information on characters because I wanted to figure it out myself. So, the Fool Arcana in tarot largely just resembles protagonist. The whole arcana, the whole deck of tarot cards is supposed to follow this, like, journey of the fool, in quotes. It's the journey of the fool. That's the story of the tarot deck, where the fool is the main character, and you are following this, like, let's just go with torrent shot since I haven't used that on these. Junpei! Bitch. The tarot deck is the fool's journey, basically, so... Oh, I'm gonna use Wild Thunder. Vacuum Thunder, sorry. Yeah, the Fool is the path, the whole tarot deck is the Path of the Fool. And the other arcana pretty much describe the other, like, people and the other, it basically describes the other people that the Fool interacts with. I like Virus Death. I'll take that over Revolution. I don't like Revolution. Every other arcana is the people that the Fool meets and the kind of, I guess, the challenges that the Fool has to face throughout its journey, right? That's the whole story of the arcana. Ice is good here. Let's just try out this. So, the Fool from the Persona wikis, the way that they describe it is that it doesn't really have much of a, like, it's a very blank slate, I guess. They don't describe a lot of details about it. They describe it as this, like, very blank slate kind of, you know, thing. Like, there's not a lot of information that they give you about the Fool. It's just like, I guess it's just like a new beginning. I don't know how you'd interpret that as somebody who believes in tarot, because I don't. But anyway, I shouldn't have used that. That was useless. The second arcana, by which I mean arcana number 1, is Magician. So in this game, the magicians are Junpei and Kenji. And in Persona 5, I think it's Morgana. Yeah, I think it's Morgana in Persona 5. The general character traits of the magician, and this will make so much sense when you hear it. They are immature, self-confident, and, like, what does that say? They have an inferiority complex. So that is very true of both Junpei and of Morgana. It is not as true of Kenji, because he is lacking the inferiority complex. I think Junpei almost has a superiority complex. Like, he almost overbelieves in himself, you know? And I think that kind of is the experience that Morgana and Junpei have in the beginning, and it's kind of the face that they put on. But they ultimately have an inferiority complex throughout most of the game, you know? Junpei spends all this time thinking about, God, I wish I was the leader. I wish I was good as the leader, you know? I wish I was good as the protagonist. I wish I was the main character. He has all of these thoughts going on throughout his journey. And what the kind of theme that they have is, like, potential. Like, the characters in this game have a lot of potential, you know? And they must realize their potential through just accepting, like, being equal levels with their friends, you know, not being the best amongst the group, but rather they will become the best that they can be through just being a good friend and stuff like that, you know. Second arcana is the Priestess, which in this game is Fuka, and in Persona 5... Who was it in Persona 5? I don't remember. I don't think it's Haru, is it? I think Haru's Empress, because she's the rich girl. We'll get to that. But, in this game, it's Fuka. The Priestess would be... Oh, I don't know. Let me read the traits and then I'll see if I remember. Hidden Knowledge, Untapped Power, and Patience. I think that's Makoto. The other note that I have written is, what does Girimekala have? Get rid of that. The other bullet point that I have here, which is the first bullet point that I always have is its apparent meaning in a tarot deck. The second one is always what it means for the characters in this game. And for this game, it's usually female, mystery, intuition, and they embrace their knowledge very well, right? So Fuka does that very well in this game. Fuka embraces the knowledge that she has. There's a scene with Yukari in this game where she kind of helps Yukari realize, like, she kind of helps Yukari. Really? Oh. She kind of helps Yukari realize, like... Ooh. There's a scene where she helps Yukari realize that she is actually, like... She actually does have strengths within her, you know, and I think that's her, like, showing off that she really has, like, a deep understanding. She really understands the issues that the cast is going through. And, like, untapped power, Fuka is very unconfident at the start, and I think Makoto is as well. I think Makoto's whole arc going through Kanashiro's palace. I shouldn't have done that. I think Makoto's whole arc going through... Oh, damn. I'll have to go to the surface soon. I think Makoto's entire storyline going through Kanashiro's palace is... Oh, I'm so useless, everyone's calling me a pushover, everyone's calling me all these things, horrible things. And, she's coming to this, like... You know... The whole thing is, like, she comes to, like... She built up her confidence over time. And she has to embrace the knowledge that she has. That is the knowledge that she has about Kanashiro to realize her potential, and that's pretty much where her alignment with the priestess ends. I don't think she really has much other relation to the priestess arcana. Is Deathbound all? Yeah. Oh, perfect. The Empress is next. That's Mitsuru in this game. That I think will probably be Haru. But and this is one of the ones where when I wrote it down, I didn't fully get. I will be honest. But I understand it for Mitsuru, not so much for Haru. So you've got Quetzalcoatl. Let's look at what that has. According to the deck of tarot itself, it kind of represents motherhood, creativity, protection and comfort, and sexuality. So Mitsuru is portrayed as very... I don't know, she's almost portrayed very innocent. I don't think she is a very sexual character. I don't understand that element at all. But protection and comfort I get, and motherhood I definitely get. Creativity isn't showed off very much. But when I read the rest of it, the characters in this game that are of the Empress Arcana are usually quite wealthy. They're usually very mature, and they're usually quite stoic and in a place of authority. That doesn't make sense for Haru for me. The other point didn't as much. This time it does. Like, this makes a lot of sense to me for Haru. And independent or seeking independence, that makes sense for both of them as well. So the game's interpretation of it makes a lot more sense than I think the original tarot deck does. I don't think I need this. So, I don't really know if I have much else to say about that. So yeah. Empress! No, Emperor, I mean. The Emperor Arcana is next, and the Emperor Arcana is, in this game, apparently Akihiko and Odagiri. Odagiri is the student council. And I remember in Persona 5 it was Yusuke. These dogs better not fucking bark. Give me a sec. Twas the postman. What was I saying? Emperor was in this game it was Odagiri and Akihiko. In Persona 5 it was Yusuke. The whole deal of the Arcana is seeking control of the situation, aspiring leader, and like... what is that? It says strong and... My handwriting is very bad. Or it's very bad when I'm like at the edge of the page and I'm trying to squeeze it into one line. And I think that makes sense of Akihiko and Odagiri. That said, is Akihiko even... Oh, he is. Oh, weird. Don't understand that totally, but... That's a different one. Oh no, it just has magic reflect. Okay. What if I just... yeah, Akihiko and Odagiri... Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Seeking control of the situation, aspiring leader, makes a lot of sense. Yusuke, though? Yusuke isn't doing any of that. Yusuke doesn't want to be a leader. He wants to be an individual. He wants independence, Yusuke does. I don't think he cares to be the leader or to have control of, like... No, he wants to have control of his own situation. That's the whole deal, isn't it? Yeah. I think that's probably what it means. That makes more sense for Yusuke. But perhaps it's just like, in general, like maybe it isn't necessarily just about, you know, maybe it isn't necessarily just about having control of the situation around you, you know. Oh, come on, bastard. The other fact about them, this will make so much sense. This makes so much sense. They are eccentric, both logical and obsessive, and they are very purist in their beliefs. Doesn't that make sense? Doesn't that make all the sense in the world? For those characters? Okay. The Hierophant Arcana are Shinjiro, the old couple, Metis, apparently, and in Persona 5 it was Sojiro. The Hierophants, I think you can probably tell what that means just based on the presence of the old couple and Sojiro alone, but also I think it makes a lot of sense for Shinjiro as well. Not so much for Metis, but I barely know Metis. We'll find out more about Metis in this story, I'm assuming, but for now I don't know enough about Metis to understand where it's going. But Hierophant represents education, authority, obedience of, and also like divineness, like belief in the divine. Belief in the divine, I don't think I fully understand. But authority, obedience, and education, definitely get that. These characters all kind of embody, especially the education and authority. Shinjiro isn't particularly obedient, but they don't need to have all the traits, you know. But then the other notes are that the Hierophant is generally well-rounded. They have no particular strength or weakness. They tend to be a mentor. They tend to be unreliable at first, but they become vulnerable after relearning, like, kind of like love and stuff like that. Which makes a lot of sense for Shinjiro. I think that's definitely where they go with Shinjiro's story. Makes some sense with the old couple. I think the old couple in their storyline kind of loses sight of they kind of lose sight of themselves, but it's through relearning. It's through like, I already evade. No. It's through like refamiliarizing themselves with their late son that they kind of get into a better place. You know, it's kind of where their social link ends. Is, you know, they relearn about their son, and, you know, it really helps them. The Lovers Arcana are Yukari and Ann. I very much remember it being Ann in Persona 5. So Yukari and Ann. So the original meaning of the Lovers Arcana was that they are... It's usually like a crossroads that a person is at in their lives. If you like visit somebody who does tarot, and you let's go to you. If you visited like a fortune teller or something that does someone who does tarot, the original meaning of the Lover's Arcana has changed over the years, where it originally meant two paths. So on the card there was like two people, and it represented two different paths that a person could go down to see their success. More recent iterations of tarot, it apparently just refers to like romance and love, and like making an agreement after you make up post-conflict. I kind of prefer the old version. You know, I don't like this new interpretation. I think the old one's better, where like it means like, oh, there's two paths and whatever. I don't like this new meaning. I think it's kind of not as good. I think I'll get rid of Clotho. But in these games, it generally means support, choice, emotional dependence, and self-esteem. And that, I think, makes sense for Yukari and Ann. The whole two paths thing kind of doesn't. I guess it kind of makes sense for Yukari, because Yukari is like, you know, she's trying to... what is Yukari trying to do? She's like... I guess she's attempting to like... When are we going to hit a boss floor? What floor are we on? 8. Oh, I have barely moved. Yukari is like... I guess she's like trying to decide whether or not she trusts Misuru for a lot of it. And she's trying to decide how to handle... like... how to handle like staying in the group or not. She spends a lot of time thinking about. The rest of it though, I don't know. Like, emotional dependence makes sense. There's a lot of times during the story where Yukari depends upon the protagonist to kind of save her, whether intentionally or not. She kind of does that a few times throughout the story. And so does Ann. She does that through her social link. She depends on the protagonist to... I wasn't paying attention what I was doing there. she depends on the protagonist to like help her understand something. So that kind of makes sense. And for Anne, I can see the whole romance angle because Anne is... No, I don't. For Yukari, I see it. Because Yukari is definitely... She's like pretty clearly, to me, intended to be the canon relationship choice. Like the game loves to pair you with Yukari and be like, ooh, I wonder what's gonna happen. There's that scene in the thing where it's very clearly implied that they are about to, you know, if they don't get themselves out of the spell that they're under, it's very clear that they'll it's very clear where they're going with it, you know? Which, you know, of course Atlas would do that, but, you know, whatever. Let's use Margarula. But yeah, support makes sense. These are always like supportive characters, at least in their like play style. So yeah, that's kind of where they're going with that. Kind of, it makes some sense, but I don't know. The actual original tarot meanings, you know, it's not so much in mind with that. Chariot Arcana is Miyamoto in this game, and I definitely remember in P5 it was Ryuji. And this one, when I read this one initially, it made me appreciate, I think, the Chariot social links a lot more, and I definitely have much more of an understanding of the Chariot, what the Chariot is about now than I did before, and it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense, and I appreciate the writing of these characters a lot more now that I know. Now that I know the actual like definition of the Chariot. So the Chariot it represents victory, conquest, command, war, and self-assertion. They are determined against adversity. They have a hidden hesitation though, and they are stubborn and in pain, impulsive, and they ignore their own struggles. Tell me that you are Ryuji and Miyamoto without telling me that you are Ryuji and Miyamoto. Doesn't that make every semblance of sense you have ever heard, ever? I think that makes so much sense. Like, they always want to win. They have such a winner's mindset about them. They're so self-confident in their abilities. They're so determined to like go through with everything, even, and they're so stubborn in that, and they're so unmoving. They act so impulsively, and they are so like, they will ignore the struggles that they're going through to push through and like come through for people, and that's literally what the entire social link, it's the entire story of Ryuji at first, but it's also the entire social link of Miyamoto, you know? So that's really good, in my opinion. That's a really good way of representing those characters. And, you know, Miyamoto spent his whole arc, I think his knee is literally rotting throughout his entire social link, and he is ignoring that shit. And he is going to win with an injured leg no matter what. And Ryuji also has an injured leg. Ryuji also has a very injured leg. That he is... Oh, that took ages. Ryuji also has a very injured leg that he is gonna go through with regardless of what happens to him. The Justice Arcana in this game is Ken and Chihiro. I think in Persona 5 it was Akechi. I'm talking so much that my throat is getting like, it's like tightening up a lot.
Good day. Here are my requests.
Oh, defeat a rare shadow. Let me write that down. Where'd my pen go? Where's my pen? Oh, there it is. It had fallen and I couldn't get up. AS Triple I custom parts. Where's my... Okay. Perform a Dreamfest fusion spell.
Very well.
Okay, I am interested in that. Let me... Dreamfest. I'm assuming it's a special fusion.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. Please take a look. Registering persona. Are you in search of you?
All the elements you need?
Have I done all of these? I think I have.
What kind of persona do you desire?
Okay, what are my worst ones?
The personas you would like to fuse.
Oh, that's really good actually, don't do that. Izanagi. We can get rid of Izanagi. Probably Milady. Yeah, let's do that.
Is this acceptable?
Ooh,
What do you wish to inherit?
yeah.
Well then,
Okay.
shall we begin?
What was I saying? Justice, Kenshihiro and Akechi. Objectivity, rationality, and analysis. Trial of fairness. They go through a trial of fairness. Their actions are very measured against their values. Like, they measure their actions against their values a lot. And they represent a defiance of social expectation. And they are very often self-deceived. Yeah. This is one of those ones where I don't fully understand it. To be fully honest, I don't think I want that persona. What's Mott gonna get me?
This power might be too much.
No, thank you.
This would be a wise choice. This would be
Okay, I might just go through a bunch of these and, you know, I think I might just fuse everything away and then try and...
Are you
Okay, but if I'm gonna do that, I should get money first, shouldn't I?
We look forward to your
Yeah, I don't think I fully understand the Justice Arcana there with regards to these characters. With Akechi, the actions measured against values thing makes sense, and so does the defiance of social expectations. At least in his personal life, it does. Like his whole like murderousness kind of represents that. With Ken, I guess he's rational and objective. I don't know. This is a weird one. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, good. Hermit. We'll just go into the Hermit, because I didn't understand the other ones. The Hermits are Jin, Maya, and Futaba in Persona 5. So, the Hermit represents wisdom, retreat, solitude, and philosophical search. They are going through like a philosophical journey. These characters, as far as like the personas go, they are like very supporty. But another thing that the Hermit represents is that they are always like kind of behind the scenes, out of the spotlight. They kind of take a step back and they support from the sidelines. So that makes a lot of sense when you think about it. And another thing that the Hermit is doing is they're doing a lot of self-reflection. They kind of need some escapism, and they are also doing a lot of introspection. Give me a minute. Okay, so I think I was talking about the hermit, right? Sorry, I just went and ate food. I just went and ate food and also made myself some tea. Thank you. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ah, good. Baby, stay with me. Spinach that heals the soul. Oh, that's good, actually. Okay, I need that. Never felt like different now. Okay, yeah, I was talking about the hermit. So, to reiterate, wisdom, retreat, solitude, philosophical search, behind the scenes, hide and support, out of the spotlight, introspection, escapism, and self-reflection. That is pretty obviously Maya and pretty obviously Futaba. Apparently it's also Jin from Strega. Don't fully know if I see that. But, oh, that's so much money that I'm getting. I might as well look at weapons. Ooh. Titanic Knuckles. Okay, I don't think I got.
Everything look good here?
Yeah.
It's all yours. Everything look alright then. Everything great. It's all yours.
Trongo Wennon. That sounds very. Sounds very Welsh. Is that Welsh? It might be. I'll have to say. Blitz Kunai. Yeah, okay, the rest of it is not worth it. Alright.
Be seeing you.
Yeah, I don't know if I see it for Jin. I honestly don't fully understand Jin's character, but that's okay. What I do want to say though is that if I was a character in Persona, if I was a social link Persona, I probably would be the hermit. I don't know, it just kind of makes sense to me that I would be the hermit. I don't want that. It was, what's her face? Let's just get as much of that as we can, because these are so useful. It was, yeah, it was Futaba that I related with the most in Persona 5. Yes. It was Futaba that I understood the most as a character in Persona 5. That, kind of... I wish this had the up. The little symbol that said if it was higher damage or not. That'd be really useful. I never go in here. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, if I was a character in Persona, I think I would be the Hermit Arcana. I would probably fit that well. It's literally my life for like 6 years now. But yeah, that's the Hermit. It's I think it's very self-explanatory when you look at these characters, Futaba and Maya. They are okay. Maya is. It only makes sense if you know who Maya is. Maya, if you don't know, if you didn't see the social link, Maya is actually your homeroom teacher. So that's where that makes sense. Philosophical search. I don't know. I feel like there a lot of the meanings here for Maya as a character probably rely on you knowing. First of all, they probably rely on you paying more attention to Miss Toriumi than I paid attention. I'm actually gonna, sorry. But they also probably they also probably imply that you like know something about Persona 2 to understand them. That's how I feel about it anyway. That's kind of an assumption that I'm making. Cause I don't know if I get it totally for Maya, but definitely get it for Futaba. It makes so much sense in the world, and it makes sense for me as well. So I think I'd probably hear it, if anything, but you know, who knows what I would draw if I was visiting a tarot person. It is random chance after all. Fortune, probably self-explanatory by the name, but represents fate, luck, and opportunity. People in the Fortune Arcana in these games, though, they tend to have lost sight of who they want to be due to some mounting pressure that somebody has been put on them. So, why can I not quick move? So, the Fortune Arcanas in this game are Keisuke, and also Takaya from Strager, apparently. Again, don't understand that one. But Chihaya, the fortune teller from Persona 5. Self-explanatory. But when you look into their social links, yeah, makes total sense. Luck and opportunity, lost sight of who they want to be due to pressure. Chihaya has a lot of pressure put on her by her boss, I guess you would call it, her boss. And she, you know, her entire function in the game is fate, luck, and opportunity. Keisuke is the art club person in this game, and that makes sense as well. He has this like pressure being put on him, kind of from his dad, but it's also coming from himself. He has this like pressure to impress his father and stuff like that. So, makes sense for Keisuke as well. The Strength Arcana include Koromaru, apparently, Yuko, and Lavenza, and also the Velvet Twins from Persona 5. That's one that I just remember. That's on the top of my head. And Strength. The Strength Arcana tends to be gentle, courageous, self-controlled, and virtuous. And the application that they use for that in the game is they need to reignite their passion and help face their self-truth. I think that's the word that I wrote down there. They need help to face their self-truth. That makes a lot of sense for Caroline and Justine in Persona 5. They need a lot of help, and they need to reignite their passion after being deceived all that time. To kind of realize that they are supposed to be Lavenza, and that they are two parts of one whole, you know. And they learn that through reigniting their passion and stuff. So that's where that comes from. But gentle and courageous, self-controlled and virtuous, that all makes sense for Lavenza. Koromaru doesn't make sense for that, for me. Don't think any of that makes sense for Koromaru. And Yuko, I don't fully remember Yuko's social link, to be honest. So that makes this a little bit more difficult to, get, you know? But, that's that, I guess. Okay, interesting. Damn it. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. The Hanged Man. We have Chidori, Maiko, that's the little girl at the shrine, and I remember in Persona 5 it was EY. Oh, okay, I have that. I have that. I don't want... Okay, do that. Nope, don't do that. I have to have Cougar. Really? Bitch. I really should have. Oh, I was gonna... It is the next day again. Because my mother didn't go to bed last night. But alas, the same thing happened anyway. I had to like completely turn off the game at a certain point because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do it. I think the last thing I talked about was the Hanged Man. So to start that off again, Chidori, Maiko, and EY. The Hanged Man represents self-sacrifice for enlightenment, reflections, reflection, upcoming. What did I put there? Active? Don't know what that means. But there's also some stuff in here about survivability, self-loathing, needing to take initiative, needing to take initiative, and they are caught between two extremes. So I think with Maiko, the caught between two extremes thing is their parents. The choice of which parent they need to go to. Both of them being different degrees of awful. But self-loathing, I guess, maybe she's like... I guess maybe she's... By the way, I didn't finish the fight this time. Given that this is like a boss floor, I thought it was... Oh? I thought it was more appropriate if I just restarted the fight. I didn't get very far anyway, and I didn't note down the weaknesses, so I don't have to figure that out again. But yeah, self-sacrifice for understanding. I don't fully understand. Well, I only understand it for Chidori. Like, that makes complete sense for Chidori, but I don't know. Maybe the self-sacrifice that EY is making is taking care of his son? Question mark. It's okay, Shanyan. Okay, let's... No, let's not. I don't think either of these can get... Oh no, this one can get Aegon. That's fine. I think. Yeah. You... Okay, I think you can only deal with this as well. But yeah, that's that, I guess. With, the Death Arcana. This is one that I can do. Sure. Death Arcana represents doom, deep change, cycle, and regeneration. That's in Tarot. And then I think... Oh, I should say, Pharos is death, but so is Takemi, the Doctor from Persona 5. Which is an interesting pair. But, I think I can make sense of that. So deep change, cycle, regeneration, I think Takemi is trying to, like... I think all of the stuff here is obvious for Pharos, but... Takemi, it's like... Regeneration, I guess, is because she's a doctor. I guess the... Oh, don't do that. I guess the, What am I looking for? Sorry, I'm not paying enough attention. Hang on, let me pay some attention first. I might have got it the wrong way around. I did get it the wrong way around. Wow, okay. That's fine. Made things a little bit harder for myself, but that's okay. Yeah, okay. I guess this is more important. Yeah, death. Doom, deep change, cycle, and regeneration. Separated from loved ones after a tragedy. I think for Takemi, that's her patient. The patient that she looked after a long time ago. And irrational, they have irrational self-guilt, and they kill off their dependents. So for Pharaohs, that makes complete sense to me. But for Takemi, I guess I don't know what she does to kill off her dependents, to be honest. But you know, maybe it's. Well, I'm sure it's something. The Temperance Arcana. We've got Bebe, and we've got Kawakami, the teacher. So for this one, it's synthesis, prudence, harmony, and merging opposites. They are trying to find balance in stress, and they have an imbalance from loss and a pressure related to that loss. So for the first point, the one that Tarot actually represents, synthesis, prudence, harmony, and merging opposites, I don't fully understand what that means. I don't totally understand that. I do understand the other points though that Persona goes with, because they're trying to find balance in stress. Kawakami's very stressed, and she's just trying to make a living, you know. But the imbalance from loss, she kind of like loses, at the student, was it? And her parents are like mad at her, and they're putting this pressure on her, and it's giving her a lot of stress, and it makes a lot of sense to me. The Devil Arcana. Hang on. I should have been paying attention then. Right. Devil Arcana, we got Tanaka, Ohya. Yeah, Tanaka and Ohya. I think. Was there another one in this one? But I didn't write it down, so probably not. I guess I want to keep trying. I haven't been paying attention to a lot here. I'm focused on this. But for the Devil Arcana, characters are, well, in actual tarot, the meaning is, quote, slave to one's own impulses. They experience temptation, selfishness, and they are impulsive, maybe? I'm so sorry, my handwriting is so bad on some of these. I should have just typed it up, but you know, who cares? It's fine. But they have a poor quality character. They are sinful, as in greedy, lusty, and prideful. They do not care about others' well-being, and they are committed to a distinct cause. So for Tanaka, that cause is very clearly money, scamming people. Tanaka is very greedy and very prideful of it. He does not have a high-quality character, and he does not care what this scamming does to people. He just wants to scam people. And with Ohya, she's very impulsive, and she's very, like, you know, she's very dedicated to calling out this corruption while simultaneously being, frankly, a massive nonce. She is quite lusty towards the protagonist here. And like, I don't know, I don't see a lot of people talking about how awful Ohya is. Like, I think Ohya, like, some of the things that she says are downright some of the most creepy things that are said towards the protagonist by these, like, adult romance routes. I don't know, it's just, like, really weird. Like, I think everyone's so focused on Kawakami because Kawakami also has that added element of it being your teacher. And that's like a position of power that Ohya doesn't have, but there's a part in Ohya's, like, towards the end of Ohya's social link, once you have, like, romanced her, that she's like, oh, I sure hope society doesn't find out I'm dating a little boy. It's like, I don't know, like, I feel like she's the one that's like the most okay with the idea of dating a child. It's like so... it's so icky. I hate Ohya. I remember when I first played the game, I played through like the first... You can see this in my playthrough of Persona 5 Royal. For the first like 5 social links, I was like, yeah, she seems okay. Like, I quite like her character. Only for her to start pulling that shit on me, and I'm like, ew, I hate you now. Get out. You know? Okay, the Tower Arcana. This is one of the ones that I didn't fully understand. Because the Tower Arcana are Matats and Shinya. Matats is the monk in this game, and Shinya is the little boy who helps you take down that one shadow. Shinya's like one of the most easy social links to miss that I have ever seen, to be honest. But those within the Tower Arcana are arrogant, prejudiced, and they have an ironic demise. That's the real meaning. The way the persona identifies that is the characters are quite isolated, pessimistic, they're in denial, they are introverted and isolated. I put isolated twice, I just noticed. They have a false sense of independence, and they are unreceptive to your help at first, and they also need others to prove themselves to the I think I've been playing to prove themselves to the protagonist. For Shinya, I think that's the Phantom Thieves. That's the others that he needs to prove themselves. Don't really remember enough about Matats' social link for me to say what that might mean for him. The false independence, both of them are pretty falsely independent. Shinya, in the sense that he is... For Shinya, that's in the sense that he is a child. He's not actually independent. He has parents that are in charge of him. But for Matats, that's definitely just... You know, he goes and he drinks himself. He's not independent. He is dependent on alcohol. Both of them are quite unreceptive at first, so I think all of that makes sense for, you know, Persona. I think Persona's interpretation is being put into effect well, but I don't know if I would say that these characters have an ironic demise. I don't know about that one. That one to me is a bit lost on me. The Star Arcana. Here's something I didn't know. Akihiko is the Star Arcana in FES, I believe. I think when you do the Fem MC route, he's the Star Arcana, which is interesting. I don't think I understand that, but I also think I would have to play... I think I would have to play that game to understand why that makes sense, you know, because I'm missing an entire social link with Akihiko that isn't in this game. We just have the linked episodes, and the linked episodes, to my understanding, are nothing like his social link. So, but the Intaro, the Star Arcana, means hope, self-confidence. They are generous, peaceful, and joyful. People in the Star Arcana in these games may be a touch antisocial. They may be multi-talented and misconceived, and they need to be authentic and more optimistic to earn what they are looking for. So, did I say the full extent of the Moon Arcana? It's Suamitsu and Mishima from Persona 5. Suamitsu is the Gourmet King. Nozomi Suamitsu, I think his full name is. I didn't write that down, but that's what I remember it as. So, the whole self-confidence thing, that's a lot of sense. No, I'm wrong. Hang on, we're talking about the Star Arcana. The Star Arcana is Hayase and Hifumi. Hayase in this game and Hifumi in Persona 5. Hifumi is the... Is it Shogi? She's the one who plays Shogi in the church. She is... I think a lot of people assume that Hifumi was gonna be a team member, But my understanding is that she was just like a character that was proposed, and there was going to be an extra teammate, an extra Phantom Thief, but they reused their design for Hifumi. It's not necessarily Hifumi's character that was going to be used.
So,
yeah, anyway. The hope, self-confidence, generous, peaceful, and joyful. I think Hifumi is generous in terms of the advice that she's willing to give people. She's very self-confident, of course, and Hayase is very generous towards his family, and Hifumi is... no, he's very self-confident in terms of his skills as an athlete. He has a lot of hope, in the sense that he has a lot of confidence that he will win. You know, he's very hopeful that he will succeed in everything that he does. And both of them, I don't know if I'd say Hifumi is joyful, but I definitely would say that, I think I definitely would say that, Hayase is a touch antisocial and multi-talented. Definitely makes sense. And I think both of the points that I've already forwarded there kind of add to that. And needing to be more authentic and optimistic. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense for Hifumi there. Hifumi spends a lot of the link doing her mother's bidding and, you know, letting her mother dictate her life, and if she just be more authentic to herself instead of her mother, that's what ends up solving her issues, you know.
Teamwork has won the day.
And ironically, it winds up being you that has to help her do that through
Really cool out
resolving her mother's heart. I think I'll do a lesser door for this one. This one. The Moon Arcana is Suwamitsu and Mishima, and in FES, I think it's Shinji, according to what I have here. Apparently, those in the Moon Arcana are creative, a little bit mad, they have a lot of fear, they are entrenched in fantasy, they engage in some trickery, and they have some dreams that they're pursuing. Right before your eyes. And then for what it means for these characters in the game, they tend to have a very low sense of self-esteem, and they are quite delusional as well.
scans this one.
So that, to me, perfect sense. I think I think that's one of the most senseful, I guess. It's one of the ones that makes the most sense to me, based on the games that I have played. You know, they are quite creative. You know, Mishima creates the Phantom Thieves website, which takes a lot of creativity. Both of them are quite mad. Mishima perhaps not at first, but he gets so entrenched in the like parasocial element of his fandom towards the Phantom Thieves that he kind of drives himself into madness. They're both self-confident, very self-confident. They are both quite jealous. No, generous, rather. Sorry, not jealous. They're both quite... No, sorry, I'm just reading. Sometimes I'm just reading, and I'm not reading the right thing, and I'm just, like, going along with it as if it's true. No, they're both stuck in fantasy. They're both scared of how they're being perceived by someone in particular. So the goal making is going through all of this stuff that he's doing because he just wants to be better than his brother, and Mishima just wants to prove himself as a good guy and really nice towards, you know, he wants the Phantom Thieves to think of him that way. They both have some dreams, and both of them start tricking people. I guess for Mishima, that's using his connection to the Phantom Thieves to get girls and stuff, you know, just overall being an awkward teenage boy, I guess. Sure, why not? Sun Arcana, one of my favorite ones. We've got Akinari and Toranosuke Yoshida from Persona 5. That's the politician man. So, it was in the Sun Arcana. If in tarot originally represents creativity, no, it doesn't. It represents optimism, accomplishment, energy, and past joy that has been lost to time. Characters in this game tend to be lonely. They tend to be losing their hope. They tend to be forced to examine their true purpose in either their life or their career, and that makes a lot of sense again for these two characters. I think, you know, that past to joy thing relates to both of these characters in, you know, Yoshida loved politics at one point, but he lost that over time because of the corruption that he faced and the false allegations that he has been put through a lot of the time, or that he continues to be put through, or that he continues to be mistrust over. What are these rare to? Ooh. If fire won't work, then I'm gonna say it's ice. Do I have Mabufula? Yes. But the optimism. Yoshida has a lot of optimism for the future of the country, I guess, but I think Akinari is the dying young man. I think he kind of lacks optimism. You know, he's kind of, I guess he's just kind of accepted that he's gonna die soon, which I suppose he's optimistic about it not being a bad thing. I don't know though. I don't know if I would say that he's an optimistic character. So that's kind of where it lacks for Akinari, but both of them are definitely lonely. Akinari struggles to make friends because of his condition, and Yoshida struggles to make friends because of his past, and Akinari and Yoshida definitely have a bit of a dwindling hope in terms of being successful in something that they want to do. And Akinari is forced to examine a true part of himself he's forced to like come to terms with his true purpose in the sense of, you know, actually getting to finish his book and stuff like that. Ooh, okay, Twilight Fragment time. Let's focus on finding these. Okay. I'm realizing now I should probably timestamp these these videos, shouldn't I? It'd probably be very nice. Be a good routine to get into as well. And I've listened, I'm gonna sit through right before your eyes. Watch us multiply. Koro-chan actually did spot the enemy that time. I didn't see it. It's the Reaper! Where is he? Yeah, he's miles away. It's not a problem. Okay. Judgment Arcana. That is the Nixel Annihilation theme in this game. And it's Sainijima. That is Makoto's sister. It's the girl who does the interviews throughout all of the social link segments. What does she say? Oh. Sorry, I was just looking at you and thought, well, I thought back to our previous leader. I'm getting her carried away. I suppose I should be here for support. Okay. Okay. God, it is so hot lately, by the way. I changed my shirt today. Because, my back is getting so sweaty, and I hate the feeling of my shirt getting stuck to my back. It's awful. Huh? What? Oh my god! No! No! Go away! Shit. Get away! No. Okay, let it come in here. So I can go around it. Oh god, that's gonna get me. Ah! Shit.
I'll start preparing the analysis.
Okay. I guess while I'm in a fight, I can do this. Judgment represents acceptance, absolution, realizing one's calling. So, and then, characters in the Judgment Arcana are well aware, intelligent, they have a strong sense of intuition, and they have an infinite possibilities. They have infinite possibilities, apparently. That's what it looks like I've written down, so we're going to go with that. I think most of these, I think both of these aren't really, this isn't really an Arcana that works the same way as the other ones. I don't know. I think these both being automatic ones, you know, and it's just like I think ones in this Arcana, it's kind of implied that they've already understood what they need to do, and maybe they just need like to be reaffirmed in that, because that's definitely what happens in the Nyx Annihilation Squad. But I also think it's kind of what happens to Sainejima, because she is already very intelligent, well aware. She already has a good sense of intuition. She doesn't even need a change of heart to really start, you know, come into our side, because she does it throughout the interview. Acceptance, absolution, you know, Asai just needs to accept that the person in front of her is actually a bad guy. And the Nyx Annihilation Squad is kind of just has to accept that this is their duty now, I guess. I don't know, it's interesting. But once we've gotten past the Judgment Arcana, we now just have Arcanas that tend not to be in the actual tarot decks that the rest of these Arcanas are from. So, we've got Eon Arcana, which is just Aigis. The Eon Arcana is about learning about the world as well as themselves, and those in the Eon Arcana tend not to be humans. So what exactly that means, I don't fully understand. But, well, I understand it for Aigis, because she's not a human, but, like, what if later on someone is human in this Arcana, you know? Little dreams that can come true. But yeah, Aigis spends the whole game learning about the world, so, you know, I think that's all this really needs. And that makes a lot of sense. Faith Arcana. This is just in Persona 5 Royal. The Faith Arcana is we'll say Kasumi. The Faith Arcana represents having a false idol, being overconfident, and I guess needing self-belief. This was light, wasn't it? I think I only have Makuga. I don't have Kuga. I'm kind of scared to end this fight. That's why I'm taking my time with it. Did I get rid of Makuga? No, I didn't. But yeah, Kasumi has a false idol. That's Maruki, and overconfidence. She kind of makes herself overconfident by embodying this character. So, you know, and it takes. Oh shh! I forgot. Okay. Okay. Let's use this room to turn him around again. Shit. Okay. Oh my god. I am not leveled enough for this. Nope. Okay, now run. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna run. Why did that happen? Why did the Reaper come after us? I'm gonna look into that really quickly before I go on to the Consular Arcana is next. It's Maruki. Following Persona reload. Once he spawns, he will follow you up the stairs to the next floor. You cannot escape him by simply changing floors. You must use a teleporter to shake him off. Didn't know that. That's crazy. Reaper lingers when you... appears if you linger on a non-border floor for roughly 3 minutes. Or much faster in dark zones. When a rattling chain sound gets loud, he's on your floor. If you climb the stairs to escape him, he hunts you on the next floor. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Oh, this is new. Moragio. I don't think that's gonna work. Oh, okay. Counselor Arcana is Maruki. Represents diplomacy, possibilities of choice, and persuasion. Diplomacy, possibilities of choice, persuasion, and mental health. Kind of straightforward, isn't it? He's a mental health professional, and his whole arc in the royal segment of the game. He's very diplomatic throughout the whole thing. He's giving you a choice very firmly until he is forced not to anymore, and until he has to actually fight for his beliefs. And he really is trying to persuade. You know, he's very big on his persuasion. It's Maruki. So there's that one. And then lastly, there's the World Arcana. Oh, fuck off, you fucking awful person. Okay. I need to find a teleporter. And fast. And feel the hype you've been waiting for. This has never happened to me in the main game, by the way. The Reaper has spawned on a floor so many times and yet has never done this to me. It's never actually followed me before.
Been a while since we last saw that. Wonder if it'll be a no.
Shit. The World Arcana is just the final triumph. Represents harmony, fulfillment, and completion. It's the last thing you do in the game. So, you know, makes complete sense. Since it's the end of your journey. So, I think that one really goes without a need for explanation. So that's that. I can finally stop distracting myself now. And I can just focus on the game. I kind of want to rush through the rest of this. I don't know, this recording is going on longer now because of all of that. It's now longer than it needs to be.
Perhaps.
No, just... No, I'm accidentally clicking a key on my keyboard. I'm using a, Ooh! Okay, I want that. Koro isn't here, though. Is he? Oh, no, I said no. Okay. Nope! Oh, yeah. I'm trying to air out my shirt. Okay. Just do that. I'm going back to the surface in a minute anyway. Sure. Caesar!
What's going on?
Yeah, what do these ones need?
We've already scanned this one. Ready
Okay,
for
light.
I will handle it.
Yay!
Automation was a success. Good work out there.
Oh my god. My dog just shook and it scared the shit out of me.
Please don't act so rashly.
Sonata-senpai, please don't act so rashly.
Looks like we can go.
Okay. Okay. Okay, let's just do the two that are literally 10 levels away, shall we? And then we'll just do like one fight on an upper floor, and then maybe I'll do one fight in like Malbolga, which is the first level. I have a feeling I'll do especially well here right now. Could you please include me in your party? Okay, let's... Okay, who's low? Yukari and Metis, okay. The team I'll make when I do this upgrading thing is probably gonna be Aigis and no, well it's gonna be Aigis because Aigis has to be here, but it'll probably be Metis and Yukari and somebody else. Where's Malbolga? Again, they really should have color coded these doors. Really should have color coded these doors. These doors all looking the same just means you have to just go up to every door in order to find the one that you're looking for.
Stay alert.
That's annoying.
The enemy is so powerful. Exceptional start. Finish this. Enemy defeated.
Awesome. Mabuhula. Ice boost. I like ice boost. Get rid of Spirit Drain. Yeah, I kind of want both of these. Ooh. I think I'll get rid of Mahama. Yeah, I don't like Mahama. Again, I don't like these insta-kill attacks. I think they're too much in one go. I don't need, like, an enemy to completely disappear, you know? Okay, now I gotta find an up floor.
Wanna check that chest?
Malachite.
It's an enemy.
Banana.
We attack?
Banana. This music is Kichijoji, I think.
Let's get going.
This one is, I believe. It's all Persona 5 music. I
That teleporter can take us
think I said it at the start. I don't remember now because it's fucking 3 days ago, but but yeah. Okay. Deepest explored floor. I'm glad you can just go to any deepest explored floor anytime you want, even if the whole thing resets in this episode, because in the previous one you couldn't do that, and Tartarus was so much longer because of that.
I know we need to keep going in search of answers, but it's equally important we pace ourselves.
It is. That's why I'm avoiding a lot of these enemies. Oh, I should have got these. I should have changed my team back. Whoopsie. Okay. It's fine. Probably keep Junpei around when I go back to the surface. I really like Junpei.
Keep moving.
Let me see if there's a teleporter first. Time to climb your rise. It's time. To stop a show. I also, another thing that I appreciate about this game is that the music isn't tied to outfits. I'm glad that it's just like a distinct choice
A treasure chest.
and not something that you have to do based on what outfits that you're wearing. Like, I don't want to have to wear...
Keep moving.
Like, what if I want to wear those dancing outfits in Persona 5, but I don't want to listen to that atrocious fucking P5 dancing song, you know the one. The one where they just randomly put the, bum bum ba-dum ba-dum, that sounds completely off the rest of the song's key, and is completely, like, offbeat, and just overall sounds disgusting to my ears. Like, why did they do that? Who thought? Who thought that was a good idea? So, yeah, I do like the P5 dancing outfits. I just hate that fucking music. Okay, next floor.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
Oh, there's a treasure chest. Quality Nile cloth.
Oh, I got. Hey.
Ah, I should have listened to that. That one sounded interesting. For once. Where have you been? Searching all along. I'll fight this one. Boopy, 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 boopy. Ah, shit. Okay.
Give 'em hell.
Hell yeah. Sure. Persona! Awesome. Sure. Maybe it won't work though. Ugh, okay. Don't really know what else to talk about now. I didn't plan this far. Do that. Yes, please. Lightning, and I just got rid of Akihiko. Damn. God, I've had a big urge to play Persona 5 again recently. I kind of want to do a new, start like a playthrough. Cause you see, I played Persona 5. I think I've said this before. I played Persona 5 after my original playthrough on this channel. I played Persona 5 5 times in a row, back to back. Because I ran through it so smoothly. Like I think I had the most perfect 100% run of that game that I could have possibly had. I think the only run that I did of that game that wasn't perfect was the one that I broadcast to you guys, because it was my first Persona game. Like, I didn't know what I was doing, so I couldn't I couldn't know what I was doing immediately, you know. I had to figure it all out as I went. Oh my god, my first playthrough of Persona 5 that is on this channel, I completely avoided Chidori, and it's the most helpful social link there is. Literally, if I had paid attention, if I had considered talking to Chidori, then I would have aced that first playthrough, I think. And Kawakami as well. Like, I avoided the two most helpful social links that I could have used, I completely avoided. Because, ew, I don't want to develop a relationship with my teacher. That's disgusting. And then it was oh, what was the other one? With Chidori, I was just I don't know, I was, during that phase of my life, I was still getting over my, my disliking of, my inherent disliking of, people who do, fortune telling and, people who are overly spiritual and stuff. I was still working my way out of, being prejudiced towards people of faith, basically. So that was I'm out of it now. I don't, it's completely gone from me. It was gone from me then, but I was still working my way out of the residual prejudices that I had. Oh my god. Okay, well, that stinks. Junpei. Okay. Can't be having that now. You should revive Yukari. But yeah, now, when I play Persona 4 Revival, and I think when I played this game as well, I really did give a good shot at all the social links. Granted, the social links in this game weren't useful like they were in Royal 5 Royal. They didn't grant you extra shit. Jesus Christ. Okay, Okay, let's take over. Give us Heat Riser. Oh, she just... That was so useless. Why did you do that? Come on. Okay, whatever. Oh, excellent. Okay.
Should I scan on this enemy?
Yes. Please.
So this is what we're up against.
Okay, I can use. Okay.
Pull the trigger.
Oof.
We scanned this one. In this situation.
I think I'll just try and critical this. There we go. I guess I'll try to maybe we can Masakunda? These even have? They do. Oh, but I think their turn is next, isn't it? Yeah, okay, let's avoid that then. Let's instead lower their attack. Matarukaha. No, we did Matarukunda. Dikunda? That does it, doesn't it? Oh, that's debuffs for... No, Dikaha. I don't think I have Dikaha. I don't. Do I have a Dikaha gem? Yes. Oh, good. Okay, that should do something. Vile Assault 2. Okay, I'm so glad whenever this game lags. Okay. Okay, that was definitely helpful. Who's hurt? Junpei's hurt. Okay. Yukari can do the healing. Let's go with that. Oh, you Trismegistus. Ah, I love when it does 4. Kule and Strike. This one does... It takes more SP, so I'm assuming it does more.
I've already scanned this one. Let me see.
Oh, did the turn order change? Let's go with Masakunda for this one. That persona looks so cool, by the way. I love that persona.
Keep an eye on your health.
Medea. Why doesn't she have Medea Rama? Okay, maybe that'll happen while we're here. Oh, that's so low, though. Junpei's gonna die. Oh, never mind. Matarukaha. Okay, we need to undo that. Okay, its accuracy and evasion is lowered. Critical. Love that for me. Oh, he's now out of... Okay, you can use... Could use let's use Beat Chain actually, just so we can also get Yukari up there.
Thank you for your support. How can I help my sister?
Dikaha?
Darkness has no effect on this enemy.
Oh, she has... Yeah, she has Dikaha.
I've already scanned this one.
Yeah, they both have... Let's do that. Blazing Hell, maybe? Nope. Nope. I want to try and avoid... Okay, there we go. I'm going to try and avoid, ones that require damage. That barely did anything. Why did that...
Darkness has no effect on this enemy.
Severe wind damage and it does fucking 150 damage. That's not severe, that's... It's normal, if anything. Can we confuse this? Maybe. Let's try. No, of course we can't. Sure. The Secunda is after being shifted to from Aigis. Oh, I don't think I ever looked at that. Why are they still medium, but these aren't? Interesting. What do I do here? Assault dive is what I do.
It is time. No. Fire won't work. Okay. Be careful.
Okay, your carry turn is next. Takeover isn't my favorite song. I don't really like Takeover. I'll sing so along to it, like, but it's not my favorite, you know. I really do just have all of the Ma ones, but none of the... I do like using Ma ones, but, you know, it would be good. Maybe I should try and get more ones that aren't like that. Let's go with attack, because I'm pretty sure this can buff itself. Gotta be a show to remember. Garula is probably the best I can do here. It might not be, actually. I think shooting it would have been better. Aigis. Sure, who cares? I was kind of hoping there'd be like... I don't know, it would have been cool to have third awakenings. I guess they didn't have time to implement them, but, you know, still, would have been cool. It's a nice, I think it's a nice trend to start. Like, I think Persona 5 Royal's third awakenings were really cool, and I would like them to be in more future games. I also do think, though, that, like, for Persona 6, I kind of hope they don't do like I hope they don't remake the game like a few years later with like the third semester available, you know? Like, I like the episode Aigis method of it, where it's just like a DLC campaign. You know, I don't think people should have to pay full price for the full game again just because they want to play the extra content, you know? I think it should be DLC if they're going to do that route. And I also like that you don't have to play the whole game again to experience episode Aigis in this playthrough, you know? You can just pick it up and you don't have to redo the game and to like get through a social link or stuff like that. In fact, I hope Persona 4 Revival can start this kind of trend. Oh, I don't need that. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. Soul Chain.
I'm getting stronger.
Okay, there we go. My diorama.
I'm even stronger now.
Null Dizzy. Deals heavy slash damage to all foes. I don't know. I don't need those. Really, go on. Let's run off every time we can. I doubt that's the case. Blah 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 blah. Okay.
Looks like a rare one.
Yep. battle leotard. Fiery vest. Premonition, now I have you. Oh, here we go.
Stop me if you've heard this one.
Even if I hadn't, I wouldn't care to.
Oh.
Come on. You're no fun.
I believe. See? Boring. So boring. That could have been interesting. But no. She has to shut him down because it's Junpei. Annoying. Okay. I think I'll just try avoid fighting for the rest of this. Moving down to the lower floors. If it keeps running, we may lose it. Hurry and catch it. That's exactly what I intend to do.
We've beaten some really tough shadows, but it just never ends.
It just never ends.
How far do we have to go?
I don't believe there's another greedy shadow. Ugh. I don't care. Bye-bye.
That's so
Yay. Thank you, Yukari. It went right as well. It went left. It's not a game. I'm not a... Oh my god, is this the first time I've got it? It might be.
It'd be great if we can defeat him.
Hold on, think again, don't you know? I love the Strikers version of this song, by the way. I think it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite battle teams.
What's the best move?
And as I look through the horizon, not a cloud, but the stormy weather's got you a gold.
I can do this.
You get out of nowhere, all around you. It's not quite what you thought of. You'd never see it coming. You say that my mind is too fast for us. You're done. And the time has hit you, it's your last surprise. Ooh, 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 ooh. Think you got your game, stand down to a T, yeah, I'm 2 steps ahead, yeah. So, step to my way, stand down. It's a trap, one step, and you're dead, and you're dead. I just a few second ago, the blue skies with my banana. Auto Rebellion. I don't like that. Oh, does this stack? No. Awesome. We're almost caught up. I'm getting a reading from that door. Who cares? Because I don't.
Oh, come on. Still nothing? Well, we've gotten this far, so we better see this through.
What was the... Who cares? Who cares? That was shit. We might as well go through. You don't say. That's what we're doing. That's the game. We don't need to hear that.
That's the way forward.
Ah.
Oh, there's a treasure chest.
Why can't they sing like fucking Ryuji and Morgana. I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day. Oh.
Well, one good thing about this place is that
Was
the
weird.
floors are nice and level. If we had to move up and down an incline all the time, I think I'd be a goner.
That's cool. That one wasn't bad. I'm not a robot, I challenge you.
We got ourselves a shadow here.
I'm gonna sit through
There it is. Let's push up.
right before your eyes. Watch us multiply. Cool. Alright, let's watch this. I'll grind off camera, it's fine. I just don't want the recording to be interrupted again. Junpei! Oh, this is more recent. Dumbass.
Seriously? Getting drunk on cooking line? That's
What?
pathetic. Even
Oh.
What?
Oh.
So am I guess. Running out like this every day. Man, what am I gonna do now? Got nowhere to go.
Goro!
What's up, Pooch? You got nowhere better to be either?
Is this before Koromaru joined?
Sorry, bud.
Hmm.
Got any food for you? You know, you look kind of familiar.
It is.
Yo, it's Junpei.
Oh, hey guys.
Oh, why the long face?
Hmm.
You said we're in different homerooms now.
Nah, only thing sad here is your IQ.
That's,
Wait,
oh, okay.
Way past your dorm's curfew? What are you guys doing out here?
Oh, you know, we snuck out. It's your second year. You'll learn where the secret exit is. Anyway, we're heading to Escapade to celebrate my guy here finally striking out.
Hmm.
With? Whatever, I still have a shot. Still in denial, huh? Come on, face it, man. Yukari Takeba is way out of your league in the first place.
Oh.
I never expected her to hook up with that new transfer student right off the bat.
It is. Okay, we were alive.
Serious type.
We were here.
Seemed like a normal dude to me.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, get this. That transfer kid? Rumor has it both his parents died when he was young.
Rumor has it. So, is this like the first day we got here? Has Junpei realized his power yet? Maybe this is really early.
Someone got a peek at his file when Toriyumi left it lying around.
Man, you're so gullible. That stuff only happens in soap operas.
Hey, I did say it was just a rumor. Look, man, forget that. Let's get going. Who knows a guy who can grab us some booze?
Booze? Sorry. I think I'm gonna pass.
What? Come on. Live a little, why don't you?
Oh.
Dude, I already said no. I just ain't in the mood.
Well, looks like I'm the only one nursing your broken heart tonight. Dude, I'm telling you, I still have a shot.
No, you don't.
Just had to turn him down. Today is really not my day. Man, wonder if I'll actually be happy with my life one day. I wish I could, like, change the world somehow. If only I could do something that no one else can do. Like, having some kind of special skill or power, you know? Don't give me that. I'm sure someday we'll be able to make real friends. Friends who actually understand us.
Maybe so.
Definitely not my proudest moment there.
Ah, nonsense. It's fine. Ruff.
Oh yeah, that surprised me too, bud. So it really was you that day, huh? Kinda seems like destiny, don't it? Come to think of it, that was the same day Sonata-san found me.
Ah.
So I was just chilling in the convenience store and reading magazines when the dark hour hit.
Ah.
You were pretty much.
So there's an actual date that we can pin that one to.
Man, your face was more terrifying than any shadow.
Well, what was I supposed to do?
Hmm.
That was the scariest damn moment of my life, man.
True.
My life back then, well, with my old man and all, was, I don't know, not boring, but, well, you saw what it was like. So
Hopeless.
staying at the dorm, fighting shadows and everything. It's been unreal.
What about when that's over?
How wonderful. Oh, I see.
Oh, no.
Interesting. Unlike my sister and me, other people usually have a reason to awaken. I comprehend.
I comprehend.
I had a reason as well. However, in my case, it happened in reverse. I possessed the power first, then discovered my true feelings later. Speaking of which, do you...
I think I'm starting to get it.
Oh.
The doors only show us memories of great significance. Once they've served their purpose, they disappear. Those that remain have yet to fulfill their roles.
Their purpose? What purpose?
I'm not entirely sure, but if we keep exploring, I think we'll be able to find out.
Yes.
So let's keep going. Together.
What was that cut in for?
Okay?
Okay. Let's. Discovering my own reason came so naturally that I never thought much of it until then. She's so full of emotion. Nothing like me when I reactivated. Even though she's never had any contact with other people. Does she have a memory of her own where she discovers her reason?
I'm telling you, she's
The
Aigis.
seed of curiosity was planted. And
I think she is to Aigis. I think she is to Aigis what Ryoji was to the protagonist. Man, something just feels off. Like I'm in some kind of funk. Come on, it's not like it's that much different from before. So what's up with me all of a sudden? Maybe I'm just... No frickin' way. Quit thinking like that, Junpei. What's gotten you so distressed, Iori?
I think...
Distressed? Who's distressed? Definitely not me. Was I mistaken? It certainly seemed like it to me.
Yes.
Our weakened persona abilities have made up for some difficult battles, haven't they? I can understand your anxiety. But you're not the only one dealing with this. We are all experiencing the same struggle.
Well...
Yeah, I know, I get that, but... This really isn't my strong suit. Comforting people, I mean, requires a certain intuition. It appears that making Aigis the It appears that making Aigis the leader was the right call.
What?
That's why? Isn't that surprising? It's only natural to seek assistance to cover one's weaknesses. Huh, you got a point. Now that I think about it, of course you'd say that.
Yeah.
I should have known this already. Why'd I lose sight of it? All that stuff about you, Senpai, and about myself. Iori?
Hell yeah!
Don't you worry about me. It's okay to be a loser, because nobody's perfect, right? Awesome. I love that theurgy, so it's nice to have it. I'm afraid I don't follow, but if that's what makes you feel better, then that's all that matters. Honestly, I'm relieved. It's been quite a while since I last seen that carefree smile of yours. Oh, has it? I guess so.
Let's see.
You know, your smile reminded me something as well. Or rather, someone I want to protect. Not for my family's sake, but for my own. What do you mean, like the lover?
Look.
Do you think this is funny, Iori? Tread lightly. Dang. Tough crowd. Anyway, I kinda get you, I think. The times we're all together, well, those are the memories I treasure the most.
Precisely.
Trevor. Precisely. Ah! Why? Okay. Sure. By the way, Aigis, you've encountered a human-like figure a couple of times in the Abyss, right? Did you sense anything peculiar about it? All I could tell for Juno was that it seemed to be another person.
No?
Another person? No way, that's impossible. We were the only ones down there. We can talk till we're blue in the face about it. Won't make a difference. As long as it keeps showing herself, we'll catch up to it. We can bet on that. That's really all there is to it. Alright. Like last time, we'll do these in the next video. Just because this has gone on so long at this point. I've been recording this for like 3 days. I also still haven't released the last episode because I accidentally doxed myself somewhere in it and I cannot find where that was for the life of me. Because of the way that I recorded this game, if I record this game as like a window capture, it basically doesn't move, like it's stuck on a freeze frame. So I have to do like a full screen capture, and that's why you'll occasionally see like notifications popping up, but also why like if I accidentally close the game, like, or if I accidentally minimize the game rather, it kind of means that like, you know, it kind of means that whatever I have open behind it is just exposed, and I was on, like, I was literally, like, I guess in the middle of making, like, some kind of Amazon purchase. Was I? No, I think I was on the, like, receipt screen or whatever it's called, where your, like, full address is just there. So, you know, I can't show that. I literally cannot. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao, my dudes.